Okay, you're thinking about writing a novel. That's so exciting. Let's talk about what to do if you don't know where to start. Hey, I'm Megan. Welcome. It's so good to see you. I'm really excited that you're about to start writing a novel, but there are a few things that can be overwhelming if you've never done this before. So let's talk about 5 steps you can take to start writing your novel. All right, step 1, brainstorming. What's your novel going to be about? I have a couple videos talking about how to come up with an idea if you have no idea where to start, but sometimes it can help to just jot down a list of things you're interested in. I really like the quote by, I think it's Toni Morrison, who says, if there's a book you want to read but it hasn't been written yet, that's the book for you to write. So maybe you can think about it that way. Maybe that can be a place to start for you. What kind of book would you love to read? And then step 2, once you've brainstormed an idea for your story, do some research into the topics or genres that you want to write about. Research can also include the time and the place you want to write about, character personality styles, all of that stuff. I find it really helpful when I'm writing a novel to read novels in a similar style or in a similar genre or about a similar topic. It just kind of gives me ideas. It's not about taking someone else's story and rewriting it, but just seeing what's already been done and how it's been done, and it just gives me a little bit more information about the craft, you know? And it also inspires me. So maybe that's something you can do too. You'll also want to think about how long you want your story to be, how many words, and the overall theme that you hope it conveys. And if you're wondering how to take your idea and turn it into a premise that can act as the arc for your story, definitely check out my Find Your Story Premise workbook. Okay, once you've brainstormed and researched, you know your premise, and you've developed your characters a little bit, it's time to outline. This doesn't have to be crazy detailed at the beginning. I always say start with the big picture points. You want to make sure you have a clear sense of your story's beginning, middle, and the end. And from there, you can add details as you go through multiple drafts. And then once you have an outline figured out, you can start the fun part, which is actually writing your novel. My biggest tip for you would be to set a goal and stick to it. I know that's hard for us writers to do, and that's one reason why I offer accountability services on my website. If you want something structured where you can meet with me once a month and go, okay, here are my goals, here's what I want to accomplish in the month, and I can keep track of that for you and make sure you're staying on target, definitely check those out. But otherwise, one thing that helps me at least is to use a habit tracker. I love habit trackers because you check off your progress every day, and then week by week you look back and you see how much you stuck to it or how much you didn't stick to it, and I find that really motivating. So if you haven't tried using a habit tracker before, that could be one way to really make sure you're sticking to your goal. And then finally, my last tip for you as you start writing a novel is don't be afraid to take breaks. Just don't take too many breaks or breaks that are really, really, really long. I would say if you're feeling like, okay, I just need to step back from my story for a bit, take a couple of days, a week maximum, and then try to get back into it with fresh eyes. But trust me, it is so easy to take a break from your writing and never pick it up again. So try not to let that happen. All right, so just a few things you can do as you start a new writing project. If you found this video helpful, it really helps my channel if you can like, subscribe, or let me know something that you found useful in the comments. It's so exciting to start a new project, so I can't wait to hear how yours goes. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.